What's going on, everybody? Every now and then, I like to take a time, or I like to take the time to reflect on what's going on in our community, what's going on in our lives. You know, are we progressing? Are we moving behind? Like, what's really going on? And I have to tell you, yesterday, um, was the day that I found out that Dexter King had passed away, or it might have been the day before. Actually, it was the day before. And yesterday was the press conference with Dr. Bernice King and her family. And I don't know if you all remember, but there was a time when the King family, the siblings, were fighting over the rights to property and Dr. Martin Luther King's property. And there was a lot of discussion and a lot of bitterness and a lot of separation in the family as it relates to this issue. But what occurred yesterday during the press conference, in my opinion, was very, very sad. And I am a little bit sensitive to it, I think, because of what I go through trying to be a trendsetter, an innovator, a producer, a developer, all the things that I am, but the difficulty sometimes selling it to not only the people that I care about, but sometimes just the general public. And let me get to the point. So, yesterday at the press conference, Dr. Bernice King spoke to the situation that occurred between her and her brother regarding this situation with intellectual property. And what she said was that at the time when this concept was presented by her brother Dexter, relative to perhaps we need to do something different with our father's intellectual property, the family didn't quite understand what it was he was saying. But what now seems to be obvious to them is that he was well beyond his years, beyond his time as it relates to what he was trying to do and trying to get done. And had it have gotten done at the time that he presented it, it would be well on its way right now. And it had to take his death for them to come to the conclusion that our brother was right and correct all along. So, what is the point that I'm going to make, or I'm trying to make here? Point is real simple. Sometimes there are people that you might encounter, we may encounter, who have these set of concepts and ideas that seem so far-fetched and so unobtainable, not only because we just can't conceive it happening, it's unimaginable because right now you can't touch it, you can't feel it, you can't see it. But some people have vision. Some people were given a gift to see into the future. Some people just have an uncanny ability to strategize and think through certain things that could possibly come because you see trends. And when you come across somebody like that, don't necessarily dismiss them because you never know what that person truly, truly has. Of course, you want to vet a situation. You want to make sure that, this is a sound concept or idea. And I'll take it back to Dr. Bernice King. She now understands, in her own words, that her brother was brilliant. She just didn't get it. And neither did a lot of the other family members. And of course, the media didn't help as related to the narrative, right? What better thing to do than to break apart the family of the most peaceful, right, forward-thinking family ever? That's a media's dream, to break that up. And yet that was allowed to be broken up. And now they have to come together for a memorial service for their brother who was a genius. And now they get it. Hopefully, this brother didn't die believing and feeling defeated. Because I understand sometimes how difficult it is when you are literally walking this very lonely road. I could be in a room with 1,000 people and I'm the loneliest cat in that space because the path that I walk is a very lonely one. And oftentimes people recognize you and realize what you are really truly about once you're gone. I just wanted to put that message out there, y'all, and it was on my heart. And I want you all to watch the video. It's long, the whole entire press conference, but you will hear in her own words and the family's own words as it relates to how they missed the mark. And all I'm saying to you all is just don't miss the mark.